Yeah, so okay, this is my little demo. So here's my burger app, bottom left. Burger app, right? So essentially, this is just like your standard like app, right? You can add items, bump, bump. I kind of made it like Temu a little bit, so you get a little like particle explosions there when you buy stuff. I mean, it's all customizable, so it doesn't really matter. You get your various options, bump, you get your cart. It's got extra things you can add on to it, right? When you're ready, you can check out. Bump, checkout. Now, you can add your name. I'll say Claudio here. Claudio, right? Bump. And I can leave everything blank at the moment. And then I'll just say, now there's a couple things which are cool here. One thing is you can send this over to WhatsApp and pay at WhatsApp. Or you can do WebPay or Mercado Pago or when you pick up, right? At the moment, I'm just going to say continue. Bump. Now, if I want, I can send the details to WhatsApp right now. But what you can see is up at the top there, it's actually got your order. And that becomes interesting in a second. So right now it's kind of set up to just like as a demo. So for example, I know people like a lot of restaurants use like Instagram for ordering, and they're like taking the orders in WhatsApp. So what's cool about this is you can use the app for ordering, and if you want to keep using things in WhatsApp, you can send the details to WhatsApp, and it will go over to WhatsApp anyway, and boom, here is on WhatsApp with the order, and I can just say go. So that does work if you want to just keep it in there. However, if you don't want to do that, let's go back to the Resto app and say done. Here is our order up at the top. That's like the order number. There's some funky text going on there, but that's kind of like what it is. Now, that's basically the deal for like a client. However, bottom left, there's a button called admin. And that's where something like you would be able to get the orders, for example. Let's go over to admin. Okay, so let me just go into reload orders. Okay, bump. Okay, here's your order here, Claudio, right? And these are the items that we've got. So what's cool about this is we'll say we've accepted the payment. I'm just pressing the accepted button. I'm going to go back to the app briefly. And so when we go back to the app, you'll see that now the order is accepted. What that means is your client gets the order and they can tell if it's been accepted, if it's in the oven, if it's going in delivery, this kind of stuff. That was kind of something I saw that they're doing like on Papa John's, right? So you can kind of, in Papa John's, you know what the process is or where your order is, right? Let's go back to admin. So there's a whole bunch of different stages here. This is reload. And I'll just say completed, bump. And we'll go back to the app now. And now when it's completed, let's refresh, bump, delivered. So now we know it's done, clear. And so that's it done. That's the order. It's been ordered. It's been sent out. It's been delivered. So pretty cool. Now this is one interface I've got, right? So I mean, it's got this kind of like interface here. There's nothing in the cart. Let me just add a couple of things in here. So you got that. You can add in different things like coupons and whatnot, and this kind of stuff here. But this is like one sort of interface. But I've done a few of them. Like where am I here? I did one also for like for a cafe, for example. So this has got the same underlying engine in it, but I just changed the interface so it was slightly different, right? So it does this kind of stuff. It's got different kind of action. And then if you rotate this, it changes the interface based on the rotation and that kind of stuff. So that's kind of cool. I started doing this. I was working with this company here in Kyoto who does agricultural stuff. So I was doing like some agricultural shit for these guys. And then once I got used to doing all this agricultural stuff, I was like, dude, this is actually pretty straightforward. I could do lots of different apps like this, right? So yeah. So the main thing is Burger app. What's interesting with this too is I can onboard people really quickly. So like what I can do is I can like if you've got a menu, I'll just feed that into AI, and the AI will rip your entire menu and drop it into this. I could probably do that in a couple of days, minus the photos, which would take a bit more tweaking. And my idea with this generally is I'm thinking of making like some kind of service and make it cheap so I could get like 50 restaurants using the service. So I'm thinking like do it like $70 a month kind of a thing, or like $600 a year, right? Like, try and get the price point right. I reckon $70 a month, that's less than the fucking order of one table, you know? But, you know, if I get 10 restaurants or like 50 restaurants, all of a sudden I'm like, I'm driving your fucking Mercedes, motherfucker, you know? Anyway, that's it. Peace.